What's good, two-time crew? You already know this is your boy Kevon, and I know I've been going for a minute, and that's why I'm back now, y'all. So if you've seen that title, you already know that this is about to be a hard video to make, but we're gonna go ahead and make it, y'all. So let's go ahead and get right to this, y'all. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
So today hold on, let me see if this light looks better. Yeah, okay, that works. Alright, so today I'm about to go ahead and basically tell y'all the story time about how I found out my brother died. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, pretty much everybody that follow me on Instagram already know my brother passed. Cause he passed February 29th, but everybody says it's March 1st because he died like early March 1st morning. February 29th, March 1st, whatever day you want to say. Crazy how he died on leap year, but so y'all, okay, so the day, okay, let's go back to that Saturday, which was February 29th, leap year, right? So I was at a choir competition, and where was we at? We was in Mooresville, right? So you know, I'm just living it up, having fun, you know. So it's time for me to go home, and I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go home, and the next day I wake up, and my auntie, everybody was acting weird, but it was like, okay, whatever. Like, my auntie woke me up, and she was like, go take a shower, your mom about to come get you, and da-da-da-da. So in my mind, I'm thinking, why is my mom coming to get me? I have school tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's Sunday now, Sunday morning, and my auntie had woke me up and said my mom was coming to get me. So I was confused why my mom was coming to get me because I had school the next day. So I was like, all right. I didn't think that much about it, you know, because whatever. So the first time she said something, I went back to sleep because I was tired, like, and I'm just thinking, because normally when my mama says she on her way, she 2 hours away. So I'm like, all right, I'm just about to lay down for like 30 more minutes and then I'll get up. So my auntie was like, no, you need to, she woke me back up. She was like, and normally when she gotta wake me back up, she mean about it, but she was really cool about it. She was like, you just gotta wake up right now. Like, you need to get in the shower now. Like, your mom about to take you somewhere. So I'm thinking, where is she taking me that's so important, you know? Because it's not around my birthday, not around Christmas. So I'm like, what's so important about today, you know? So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I take my shower, put on my clothes, and then my cousins are downstairs, right? Cameron and TJ and their mama Brittany. So they downstairs and they was like, hi Kevin, how you doing? Da, da, da. And I'm just like, why is everybody being weird? Like, you know, I'm thinking, the first thing that go through my head is they about to throw me a surprise party or something? Like, I didn't know. So I was like, all right, whatever, just roll with it. So, you know, okay, first let me slide back a little bit. So I had on this outfit. It was really bummy because, you know, I'm thinking that I'm about to go back home with my mom, like to our house on the other side of town. But when everybody started acting weird, that's when I thought, oh, we about to go somewhere. So I go change outfits, right? And I put on this Adidas jogging suit with these Air Maxes. Don't even get on me. So about 10 minutes passed and my mom honked the horn. So I'm like, all right, well, see y'all at the party. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. So no, my cousins leave first and they was like, bye Kevin, I love you, da 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 da. And I'm like, love y'all too? Like, what? So when I'm leaving, my auntie's like, see you when you come back. And she said it so, like, soft and nice. I was like, yeah, no, something ain't right, cause nah. So I get in the car and my mom was like, what'd she say? She was just like, hey baby, da 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 da. So I'm like, hey ma. So we in the car, we riding, and she was like, I'm about to take you over. She said she about to take me over my grandma's house, my dad's mom. So so it's my dad's son that passed. So she like, I'm about to take you over your grandma's house. So I'm like, all right. So she was like, have you talked?
Still be a nice good doo-doo.
In the middle of the video,
you
landing.
recording?
Yeah, we got Big Lanny in the cut.
Whew.
All right. So she, what you doing?
Looking for something to eat.
All right, y'all. Anyway, so she had asked me first. She just kept asking me questions. Like she just kept asking me questions. She was like, I'm gonna slam the camera. So first question she asked me, she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. She was like, she asked me, did I talk to my brother Devin? She asked me, did I talk to my brother Devin first? And I said no. Then she asked me, did I talk to Justin, my brother that passed? I was like, no. Then she asked me, did I talk to my dad? So when she was saying all these names, I knew somebody had died. Like, I knew somebody had died. And the first thought that came through my head was my grandma, like. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I go over here and she done died, I'm done. Like, I'm done. So I'm like, because I'm not thinking that it's my brother, because she just asked me, did I talk to him? Like, why would I think it's him if she just asked me, did I talk to him? So I'm not thinking it's him, because she just asked me. So I'm like, all right. So first we pull up to my sister's house, and my sister is my mom's daughter, right? But my sister and my brother, even though they not related, they were brother and sister basically, because my brother used to live with us when I was a baby. So she was like, follow me to his grandma's house. So she's like, all right. So my sister looks so freaking depressed, and I'm like, when she walked out the house, the first look she gave me, no, I'm trying to keep it together, y'all, for real, because this really hurts. So the first look that she shoots me is like, she feels so bad type look, and then the next look, she trying to like, not trying to tell me with her face. So I get on my phone, and my mama takes my phone, talk about some, no, don't get on your phone. And then she sit it down. She said, don't get on your phone. Talk to me. So I'm like, okay. I didn't think that much of it. Like, she just wanted me to talk to her. That's what it was going through my head. But at this point, in my head, I'm like, I'm still thinking that my grandma died. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, I can't go over here and find this out. Because if I find this out, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I'm probably going to pass out, right? Because me and my grandma are really close. So we driving. She asked him more questions. And so when we pull up, she's like, no. I'm trying to hold it together, y'all, for real. So when we pull up, my dad and his wife was there. And they was getting out the car at the same time we was, right? So when I opened the door, no. First, I was so scared to open the door because my grandma, normally when she know people coming over, she always sitting in her front room. Like, she's always sitting in her front room. So I'm like, oh my gosh, she's not sitting in this front room. She's dead. Like, what am I gonna do, right? So I open the door and she's sitting there, and I just remember running to her, giving her a hug. Like, I was so relieved. But her husband, who's my step grandpa, he wasn't sitting there. So then I was like, oh my God, he died. Like, I was like, oh no, he died. Like, so then he come out of his room and he come sit in there. So I'm like, okay, maybe nobody died, So my mom was like, then I heard my mom say, I just couldn't do this alone, da. My dad was like, oh no, he'll be okay. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And then my sister, like, she ain't crying, but her eyes start watering. So I'm like, what is going on? So everybody in the room knows except me. So then my aunt Lisa, she comes over to my grandma's house, and she sit in the room. She knows too, but I still don't know. Like, I'm the only one who don't know. So I just remember my heart beating so fast. Like, I'm not ready to take it. Once again, I'm not thinking, because my dad has 4 sons, right? He has 5 sons. He has me, Nate, Justin, Devin, and Kevin. My mom asked me, have I talked to Devin and Justin? So I didn't think it was them. Nate is a baby, so I didn't think it was him. And Kevin was at my grandma's house too. So I seen him, so obviously it wasn't him. And obviously it wasn't me. So I'm not thinking that it's any of my brothers, and I'm not even thinking about my sisters. Like, so my dad was like, have you been on Facebook? Da, da, da. As soon as he said Facebook, I was like, okay, no, I need to pull out my phone. I need to know what happened now. My mom was like, why would you tell him to go look on Facebook? Da, 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 da. I didn't want him to find out like that. So I pull out my phone. I'm not even studying her. Like, she basically, she's telling me not to do it, but I'm still gonna do it anyway, because I need to know now. Like, y'all are taking too long. So I get on Facebook, and the first post that I seen said, R.I.P son. No, what did it say? It said, R.I.P my baby boy, Justin Bonds, or something like that. My dad had posted. So I just remember, like, being stuck. Like, I couldn't move. Like, I was just like. So my sister, it was my sister. She was sitting right here on the couch, and I was sitting next to her in the middle. And my mom was standing up, but she was still, like, right there in front of the couch, so nobody could sit there. So my mom asked me, she was like, do you know what happened? And I looked up at her, and I was like, did Justin die? And I don't know who, somebody said, I'm sorry, baby. And I just felt like I was done. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I'm ready. Y'all, I'm actually doing really good. Like, I thought I was on ball this whole video, but I'm doing good. Because this is still fresh to me. This is the biggest loss that I've ever had in my life. So when I tell y'all, like, I wasn't on the floor crying, but I was laying on my sister, bawling. Like, I was just bawling. Like, I didn't know what else to do. Like, he wasn't, like, me and him wasn't the closest, but just in fact, he was my brother. Like, that's my blood brother, my blood big brother. And he was actually my favorite brother, like, my favorite brother. And where it hurt the most was the fact that the last time I seen him, we were supposed to make plans to see each other again, right? And he told me to call him, and I never called him. And that hurts to this day. So, you know, I'm like, I lost it. I didn't feel nothing. Like, I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel sadness. Like, I didn't feel anything. I just was crying. I just let it all out. So my sister started crying. Then my mama started crying. Then my grandma started crying. Everybody in the house was crying except my dad, right? Because my dad, if anybody knows my dad, like, my dad, he don't really cry like that, right? I'm trying to hold it back. I'm trying to hold it back. So my dad was just like, I'm sorry. Like, he was like, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I promise you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And the only thing that's going through my head, no, I'm not. Like, to this day, I'm not okay. I still don't understand what okay is. I'm not the same. Like, it hurts so bad. Like, this is the worst pain that I've ever felt in my life. Like, every day, all I feel is regret. Like, I just regret everything. So, my dad, you know, he was trying to keep it together, you know, but I was a mess. So I cried for about 5 minutes, then I stopped, and we started talking about what happened, and they told me that he got killed by, I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but by a person that we do know who he is. We know who he is, and he is in jail. So, you know, I was just like, I'm trying. So I was just like shocked. Like I couldn't believe it. They was talking, but I was talking back to them, but I wasn't really listening to anything they were saying. Like all that was going through my mind was my brother. Like that's all I could think about. So I wasn't thinking about anybody. I wasn't thinking about anything they said. So then my dad pulled up this video. My brother was a rapper. Like he wasn't a big rapper, but he was like trying to get there. So my dad pulled up this video of him rapping, and my dad just was staring at, like, he wasn't saying nothing, he wasn't moving, he was just staring at the video. And then out of nowhere, he was just like, they took my baby boy. And then he just busted out crying. And he walked out of the house, and I started crying again because y'all. And then everybody started crying, but it was so bad. So about an hour passes, and my dad was like, okay, I'm gonna meet you at Justin's mom's house, because me and Justin don't have the same mom, but I know who his mom is. Like his mom, I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, we know who she is. So my sister just keeps hugging me. She hugs me the whole way to the car. Like I'm just in shock. I don't even know what to say. So while we in the car, my mom was like, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm trying to play it off because I just wanted to go in my room and just like cry. Like I just wanted to cry all day. But I didn't want my mom to see that because I didn't want her to cry, and I didn't want her, like, I just wanted to be by myself, basically. So we went home first, and my pops, which is my mom's husband, still mom's dad, he was there, and, you know, he knew, and he was just like, are you okay? And I'm just like, no, I'm not okay. Like, why do y'all keep asking me this? I was so sick and tired of people asking me, am I okay? But me being the person I am, I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I nodded it off. So I just remember just going in my room. No. My mom had ordered some chicken, so we was waiting on the chicken because we was gonna take the chicken to Justin's mom's house. So my mom had ordered the chicken, right? So I just went in my room, and I have this picture. Hold on, wait, let me go. My bad. So my bad, y'all. I'm trying to keep it together. Alright, so I just remember looking at this picture and just like falling out in my room. Like, it was hard, like. So we went to his mom's house, and I'm ready now. I'm done. Alright, so we went to his mom's house, and there was a couple of people. Well, no, actually, yeah, it was just about a couple of people over there at first. Like, we was like the third people to go, right? So, yeah, my lips is dry. So, excuse me. So, I just remember going over there, and his mom, when we first got there, she seemed perfectly fine. Like, she was okay. And she was on the phone with her other son. And, you know, I was still in shock. Like, I couldn't believe it. But, you know, I'm trying to play it off like I'm okay. But I'm not, like, yeah, I was not okay at all. So, you know, about an hour passed, and I called my dad. My dad was supposed to meet us over there, but he took forever to come. So, a lot of people ended up showing up, and she was off and on. Like, 1 second she was okay, the next second she was like on the floor crying, and then she was okay, and then she was messed up. So then, my dad did get there. My uncle came. I forgot my dad came. So my uncle came. My uncle got there first, and it's not every day that you see my uncle cry. Like, if you know my uncle, that man never cries. But he was in some tears. Like, so then my dad got there, and the detective, which shout out to that detective, because that detective did his job. He did it really good. He got the person that did this to him, and you know, he was really cool about it. He was a little funny. So, you know, the detective came. He started asking us questions. Well, he didn't ask us questions, but he was basically telling us the situation or whatever. And his girlfriend came, which, never mind. I'm not gonna tell y'all that because that's too much information. But his girlfriend came, and you know, she was pretty messed up because she was with him the night that he got killed. So, you know, we was like, you know, she was messed up the worst, I feel like. So, you know, my mom was like, all right, we about to like leave, whatever. So we leave, and mind y'all, my mom lives on the east side, but I go to school on the west side. So she takes me to my sister's house, who lives in between my mom's house and Anita's house. So my sister lives in the middle. You know, so I'm at my sister's house, and I'm just like speechless. So I just remember being on her couch, and she wasn't there when I first got there. So when she pulled up, she told me to go outside, and I went outside with her. She wanted me to go outside with her, because she seen, like, as soon as she walked in the door, she knew I was not okay. So as soon as she pulled up, she was like, go outside. So I went outside with her, and I just remember me and her just started bawling together. Like, we was messed up together, right? So we was just crying together, like, and we just hugging each other. It was like, it's gonna be okay, right? She was telling me it's gonna be okay, you know, da-da-da-da. Once again, in my head, I'm thinking, no, it's not. It's never gonna be okay. But I'm like, all right. She trying to, you know, help, whatever. So I'm like, all right, it'll be okay. So she tells me, my nails are dirty. She tells me to get in the car, and I get in the car, and y'all, they sent me this link of my brother, his rap video that my dad had watched earlier when he started crying. I never got to see it because I was out, like, I wasn't myself at that time. So, you know, they sent it to me while I was in the car, and I started listening to it, and I just remember punching her dashboard, like, why my brother? Like, you know, like, why him? And I was so broken, like, y'all, I was so hurt. So, you feel me? She get in the car, and when she get in the car, I'm playing it off like I'm okay. So she start asking me what happened, and I tell her everything. Like, I didn't care. I was so hurt. So I told her everything that I knew, right? So she was like, never mind. Y'all don't need to know that. So she takes me to my auntie house, and when I get to my auntie house, my auntie's like, she has a funny way of making me laugh. She was like, are you okay, pumpkin? And I started laughing. Like, she was trying to make me laugh, so I guess that made me laugh a little bit. So she was about to take Foxy out, but I was like, nah, let me take her out. Like, let me take her out. So I took Foxy out, and y'all, it's like, it's sprinkling, but it's not raining, and it's pitch black dark. So, whew. So No. Wait. How did I get to Kiki house? Never mind, y'all. I think not never mind, but like I think Kiki came and got me from my mama's house and took me to Kiki's dad's house, and then took me to her house or something. I don't know, but I ended up at Kiki's house. Anyway, so I take Foxy outside, and I'm walking Foxy, and I'm steady, like I just keep listening to his video, like, and I just remember being outside, and I was walking her, and I was just screaming, "Why my brother? Why my brother?" Like I'm just going off, bawling, and I just remember at one point I just fell on my knees, and I was just like, "Why?" And Foxy came up to me, and she was just like basically like she gonna come up to me and just like lay on me because she seen that I was messed up, right? So that's when I decided I'm about to let this all to my dying breath or to hers, whoever died first. That's how long I'm gonna love her. Like, so we walking back, and you know Foxy's just a mess. So she starts chasing after this dog, but she on a leash, so I can grab her. So I just remember getting to the house, and my face was poofy because I had been crying the whole walk. And I just remember laying on my auntie's car and just bawling for like 5 minutes right there. So I was like, okay, I'm about to get it together because I didn't want her to see me cry. So I walk in the house, you know, I take Foxy off the leash, and I go upstairs in my room. Mind y'all, I ate at Kiki's house, but I ate one piece of chicken at Kiki's house. And then at Justin's mom's house, I ate I ate there. I ate some chicken. But I had been gone from Justin's mom. I had been gone from Justin's mom's house, like I had been like gone. So it's been about like 5-6 hours since I ate, right? So, you know, and he was like, come make you something to eat. I was like, nah, I think I'm just going to bed. So I just remember going upstairs in my room, crying. And I could not sleep that night. I did not go to sleep at all that night. So the next day, my mama called me. She was like, are you sure you want to go to school? And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to go. Because in my head, the main thing I'm thinking is, I need this distraction. Like, if I stay home, all I'm gonna do is cry all day, and I don't have time for this. I need a distraction. So I go to school, and you know, when I'm on my bus, I'm not talking to nobody. So if you know me, like if you're my friend, you know I'm gonna speak to you. I'm gonna do all that. I wasn't talking to nobody. I didn't even want to sit with nobody. The girl that I normally sit with on the bus, I didn't even want to sit. Like I didn't even sit with her that day. I sat by myself. And I had my headphones in, and I just kept listening to his song, and I had my hood up, and I walked into school, and I was trying to keep it together. Like, I was like, you know, you're not about to cry, we're not about to do none of this. So boom, I get in first freaking period, and I feel it coming. I just feel it coming. So I pulled my chemistry teacher aside. I was like, can I talk to you in the hallway? And she was like, yeah. So I take her in the hallway, and I'm like, can I go see my counselor? And then I just started bawling right there, right? So she started patting me on the back. She was like, what's wrong? Da, da, da. So my cousin is in the same chemistry class as me. So she was like, I'm going to go get your cousin to walk you down to your counselor, y'all. Like, I was bawling. So my cousin came out. She was like, what's wrong? Da, da, da. And I was like, I told her what happened. And, you know, people was in the hallway just looking at me like feeling so bad. And that's exactly why, like, I don't care if people see me cry. I really don't. That's not what I care about. I didn't want nobody to feel bad for me. I didn't want nobody to feel like, oh, y'all, like, let's not do this around him. He's like, I didn't want that. I didn't want that at all. So I was like, okay, just walk me to the counselor's office. So I went to talk to my counselor, and I was basically like, I just want them to know, like, if I need to step out, like, let me step out. Don't try to ask me questions. Just let me come. So he emailed all my teachers and told them, and I was good second period. third period was homeroom. I went in the bathroom and cried third period. Fourth and fifth, I had French, and I didn't talk to anybody in there. I don't think. Sixth, seventh is choir, and I just remember walking out the room for a second to cry a little bit, and then that was the last time I cried that day in school. And when I tell y'all I cried, I'm about to just tell y'all everything to this day. So when I tell y'all I cried for 5 days straight, I'm like not even exaggerating. I cried for 5 days straight. I cried from that Sunday to that Friday, and I still to this day have my off and on moments. So, you know, it never got easier, but you know, I started getting a little distracted by positive energy. Shout out to everybody that like was positive around me. Yeah, my friends are amazing, right? So his funeral was March 14th or 15th, one of them days. I don't remember. And they don't say it on his obituary. But it was either March 14th or 15th, right? So when that day came, I'm about to tell y'all how the whole funeral, cemetery, everything went, right? So when I first woke up, you know, I was laughing, playing with my mom. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, like. So we pull up to the funeral, and all of my family, some of my family don't even know Justin, but they still came to support me. And y'all, that meant so much to me. Like, y'all don't even know him, and y'all still came to support me. So that meant a lot to me. So, you know, when I first walk in, the first person I see is, well, no, I see my cousin Brittany, but she's leaving because she went to the wake. I didn't go to the wake. I only went to the funeral and the grave site and the part where you go eat, whatever that's called. So I see my sister, my dad's daughter, not my mom's daughter. I see my sister, my dad's daughter, and she obviously had known my brother longer than me because they're both grown. I'm still a kid, so they grew up together. So she was very emotional. So, you know, my mom was like, walk her up there to see the body. I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready to go yet. So, you know, they're like, family, come on, whatever. So I'm walking my sister up there to go see my brother. And when I see him, he had on his hat. Y'all, let me show y'all his obituary. This is his obituary. He had on his little hat. He always wore a hat. And he had dreads. And he had on this little, it wasn't a suit. He had on something that he would wear, you know. He didn't have on nothing that's like a funeral type of attire. He had on his own clothes, right? So, you know, after I walked my sister up there, she's like, okay, I'm about to go sit down. So then my grandma, which is my dad's mom, she about to come up there. She walking up there, so right. So boom, they was like, help my cousin on my dad's side, which I don't even really know his name like that. He I do know his name, but I forgot it. He was like, help me get her, whatever, because my grandma, she was like about to pass out or whatever. So now I walk her up there to see the body, and I remember looking at him and just like, first I didn't have no emotion because I was trying to stay strong because my grandma was about to pass out in my arms. And I was like, no, you're not. You're going to sit still is what you're going to do. So we sit her down. She's just all over the place. So my other grandma, which is my mom's mom, she comes up there to sit with me. So first we're sitting in the second row, and then we move up to the first row where the immediate family is, which of course I'm the immediate family. So, you know, we sitting in the first row, and I just remember laying on my granny crying the whole funeral. I wasn't listening to no prayers or nothing. I wasn't listening to anything. I just kept staring at his body in that casket, crying. Right? So my bad, y'all. So when it came time to so first, okay, no, let me. So they was like, okay, it's time to view the body, right? So everybody, like all the friends and like the distant families and cousins or whatever,
You
came.
still making this video?
Yes, I'm still making it. This is a long, emotional video.
Hey, boy, it's been an hour.
This is a long video, sir. You gonna say hi to the video?
What's up, party people?
Yes, sir. I'm almost done. Alright, so dang, made me lose my spot. Oh, so yeah, everybody had went up to see him or whatever. So then I just remember my mom about to go up. Remember I told y'all he used to live with us, so my mom loved him like a son. So if y'all know my mom, she don't do dead bodies at all. She don't look at them. Every time we go to a funeral, she always sit in the back. She don't like being near him, none of that. So she was about to go up there, and then she almost made it. Then she just sat down and started crying like loud in the church. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, all right, whatever. Like, I was like, let her cry. Like, yeah, she needs it. So then they was like, okay, all the brothers and sisters. No. They said dads on, what is it called? Paternal? Yeah, paternal brothers and sisters. No, maternal went first. So he only got 2 brothers on his mom's side, but one is in prison. So his one brother came up and looked, and then he left. So then me, my sister Tiara, my sister Adrian, my brother Devin, and my brother Devin's son, we all went up there. And my brother Nate, and my brother Kevin too. My brother Kevin went up there. My brother Nate wasn't there because he's 3, so he didn't need to see that. So, we just all up there just crying, like bawling. And I just remember them holding me, and I was just like, oh my God, like I couldn't do it. So then my grandma starts walking me out, y'all, and I'm, y'all, when I tell y'all I was about to pass out, I was about to pass out for it. Like, I was losing, I don't know what it was, but I was like losing, in my body. So I kept doing this, and my grandma was like, don't pass out. So I was like, okay. So we walk out, and I ride in the car to the cemetery with my dad's mom. So when we get there, y'all, my sister on my mom's side, Kiki, she comes over there with me, and she's taking it really bad. Like, we're all taking it bad, right? So yeah, then we go to the little place and we eat food, and everybody was trying to take pictures and talk. And I got to meet my new nephew, y'all, Jaren. Picturing him right here, 1935. So yeah, I got to meet him, and he was really cool. It was really cool to meet him. So yeah, y'all, like it was tough. Everybody just kept talking to me, and I just remember, like, I didn't care what anybody was saying. I wasn't listening to nobody. I just remember eating and just being sick. Like, I was just sick. And then, yeah, y'all. So that's the story time about basically my brother, y'all. This is him and me. I'm sorry, y'all probably didn't get a good view because I threw it down. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on y'all posts. Turn on y'all post notifications so y'all can know next time I post. Yeah, make sure y'all like this video, y'all, because this was definitely hard to make. It took some time to make. I've been wanting to make this video for a minute, but I haven't found the right way. So I'm glad I got to make it today, so I don't gotta think about making it no more, y'all. So see y'all later. Peace.
And I think to myself, What a wonderful world.